So we're talking about how, on one hand, we're seeing this rise of Islamic extremism. We're seeing its impact on the Western social values, burqas, hijabs, honor killings. All of that is becoming normal. But for some reason, we've always spoken about it as a well-known problem that the liberal left of the West does not actually go after Muslims, similar to how Indian liberals and Indian left doesn't point out the shortcomings of the Islamic values or certain behaviors of certain Muslim people, because they feel that if we go after that, then because they are a minority, they will suffer the consequences of bigotry, etc. Same thing in the West as well. But I think we are at the crossroads now. The time has come where you're going to have to decide. This is just a little hint that you're going to see. It's again, I'm not a fearmonger. I'm all for taking refugees. I'm all for pro-immigration, and I also say, but I also add the caveat in that there must be strong vetting process. Yes, they can still lie through it, but at least it would be first firewall. Yes, we can't guarantee what someone's going to end up becoming 20 years later down the track. Like, for example, this guy, this British Pakistani guy, was born and raised in England by his accent. And look what he turned out to be. So that can happen. But look what's happening now. Hamtramck City Council will be all Muslim, likely first in the US in January. Now, listen to this one. Now, what are the impact? You'll be like, oh, yes, like we're so beautiful. We're a multicultural country. Yay. But what you don't understand with this multicultural, not all cultures are good. There are some terrible elements within the culture that's been brought by these guys. Again, not everyone is like that. But have a look at this one. There's a one white convert in there too.
Oh,
Elected
wow.
Amanda
Okay.
Jakowski.
Mm.
But here it is, Nuria. So you'd be like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's all live in peace. But we know misogyny and homophobia that is ingrained in this culture, multicultures.
Yeah, those are
It's
the alarm
ingrained
bells
in that.
ringing in my head.
Yep. So look at this. The 6-member city council of Hamtramck will consist of all Muslims starting in January. Another historic first for the Metro Detroit city, known for its sizable immigrant populations in Detroit. The newly elected mayor, Amir Ghalib, 42, is also Muslim, which means all of the city's elected officials will be Muslim now. In Tuesday's election, 3 candidates who are all Muslims were elected and will join 3 current cities. Anyway, advocates with Muslim. Anyway, so sorry, 5 of them are, this is important, 5 of them are immigrants, and one of them is a convert to Islam with ancestral roots in Eastern Europe. I think we can all assume that is this one. Advocates with Muslim groups and experts say they do not know of any other city council in the history of the US that has been entirely Muslim. Unfortunately, it's going to be far more frequent. So it's important to remember that although we all happen to be practicing Muslims, we are elected through the processes set forth by the United States, Michigan, Wayne County, and Hamtramck. Amanda Jaskowski, one of the 3 newly elected Muslims in the council, told the Freedom Press, "We will all take an oath to protect the Constitution of the United States." Hey, and
Okay.
that includes the concept of separation of church and state. Ooh, I believe. So
Yay.
again, this is a woman who is somewhat, she's a
Yeah,
convert.
yeah,
Just got to
yeah.
remember this, okay? Just got to
Okay.
remember this. So she may not be fully Islamified yet. I believe strongly
Tchaikovsky,
in
she
that
was
separation.
Jewish first or something. Okay, go on.
I don't think she's Jewish. I think she might be Christian, East European Christian. I believe that Orthodox Christian. I believe that
Mm.
strongly in that separation. And although I will bring the Islamic values of honesty and integrity to the table,
Oh, please don't do that.
Islamic values of honesty and integrity,
Just
the
stick to the
policies
Constitution.
policies that I promote and affirm will be what is best for all people of Hamtramck. Okay, religion is not inside the city hall building, Hassan said. It is outside in the mosque and temple and the church, not in city hall. Hassan added that nothing will change in the council. Okay, We respect all the religions and all people of all sexual orientation. No, sorry, I spoke too much. Hassan said, inside the city hall, we are all responsible for the residents. We do responsibility by the book. Khalil Rafai, one of the three council. Now we go to the born Muslims, the real ones. One of the three council candidates elected on Tuesday was a top vote getter. Rafai said he will be focused on policy issues and that he respects the religious diversity of the city, which was once known as the Polish Catholic Enclave. So I think, yeah, she's probably Polish as well. Polish convert. Probably fell in love with a Muslim man there. And while her parents left, she chose to stay behind. I ran for office to solve everyday issues facing our community, fixing our sewers and lead pipes, finding creative ways to increase city revenue, and creating a more transparent, inclusive city hall are all important issues we heard during the campaign. I am looking forward to solving these issues with my colleagues. I am a proud Hamtramcken. What's a tongue twister? Hamtramcken. Okay. And I love living in a community that has people with many different religious backgrounds. The percentage of Muslims residents in Hamtramck is not clear, since the U.S. census does not ask about religion, but estimates based on census and ancestry data suggest that about half are Muslims, about 25% of the city is of Arab descent, most of them Yemeni, and an additional 27% is of Asian ancestry, most of them Bangladeshi, according to 2019 census data. So that's what it is. But during the campaign, Majewski and Ghalib clashed over LGBTQ. So Majewski is obviously a Polish, by the way, Polish Orthodox are not very LGBTQ friendly themselves either, but these guys probably moved to America, so they're probably liberalized a little bit more. And Ghalib clashed over LGBTQ issues. She favored flying the LGBTQ pride flag outside City Hall, which he opposed. The issue split the Muslims on the council. In a vote earlier this year, 3 Muslim councilmen opposed displaying the flag, while 2 supported it.
Nothing new there. Infighting within the Muslims.
Well, but okay, look, credit where it's due. I mean, those 2 guys who supported it, I salute you. Okay, I well done for doing that.
Yeah, 100%. Especially, and also, why are the other ones lagging behind? I thought they were going to separate state and abide by the U.S. Constitution, but equality for everyone.
But look at this. It's that
over your religious bias, then.
But look at this. Obviously, it's Majewski. This is obviously a Polish or Eastern European name.
Yeah.
So that's the person. She's the one. Is it she or a he? Which he opposed? No, she. It's a she.
She's the only woman on that.
No, it's a different one. Oh. No, it's a different one. That lady's name is Jakowski. So she is Amanda Jakowski. So there might be another one as well. So anyway, so this obviously would have been the opponent of Ghalib.
Okay.
This Ghalib guy, not our Ghalib. This Ghalib guy, it must be his opponent. So obviously that's why they clashed over it. But anyway, Majewski cast a tie-breaking vote to fly the pride flag after the council deadlocked at 3-3. So anyway, so she said, well, we're going to go. Ghalib told the press last month, his Islamic faith does not mean he opposes any group, but yeah, we'll throw them off the rooftops if we get a bloody chance. People think because of my background, oh, right, can they be blamed? And my religious beliefs. Oh, can they be blamed that I will be an anti-LGBTQ or something? But we are in America. But he also said that he has to take into consideration the views of the people who support him, yes, who are homophobes, right? They are homophobes, so I need to take care of their homophobia. This is how democracy works, right? Yes, this is how it works. You have to think about your constituents and what they would say. You don't want to lose some people's support, yeah? The issues of LGBTQ issues in Hamtramck has been debated over the years, with some conservatives in the Muslim and Catholic communities opposed to making them a group protected against discrimination by the city.
This is when religions team up, right? They're very pally-pally on this topic. They literally are besties.
Exactly. And is this not the wake-up call? So you've been fighting LGBTQ community. I'm talking to you and all the liberals of the West. You've been fighting the Catholic communities, but when are you going to fight the Muslim communities? This elected representative, obviously been voted in by his fellow Muslims, he is saying that sorry guys, my hands are tied. I'm going to be a homophobe because of my constituents. what would they say? This issue is divisive amongst Muslim, but both Muslim and Catholic communities are homophobes. Basically, this is what he's saying. Okay, so cut the crap. But Jiska said she's trying to reach out to Ghalib to help him learn about the role of mayor. And you go, girl. But I'm sorry. What's the saying? Bhan's ke aage bean bajana. What would be the equivalent? It's like the Jews praying to the Wailing Wall about the role of mayor, and also to introduce him to communities in Hamtramck. Can I vote in to change the name? Hamtramck, with which he may not be familiar. Another issue that some in Muslim community in Hamtramck, I'm going to say Hamtramck, and some council members have raised concerns about is the selling of marijuana. Ooh, yeah, another issue, which was legalized by voters in Michigan in 2018, but was more likely to be opposed in heavily Muslim precincts in Hamtramck.
Sucking the joy out once again.
Again.
Jeez.
So this is what Michigan Dearborn, I think, is famous for it. How there's Muslims have been significantly growing there. So this is going to be America's Bradford. Hey. America's Bradford, Manchester.
Sounds like it.
What's the other one? Blackburn.
No, Bradford, Luton, Rochdale, and Manchester. Blackburn. Blackburn is where that shooter was from.
This is it, because we've been saying for a very long time. What about Muslims in America and Australia? Why are they not as dogmatic? It's true, they're actually not. There was a Pew survey out of Muslims who were born in Australia, in United States, 23% of them have left Islam. So that's a pretty big number, or 24%, something like that. So that Pew survey was taken out in 2017. So that is likely to happen, guys. This is one Hamtramck city council, then it's going to be another one. Then it's going to be another one. Then it's going to be another one. And sooner it will be United Caliphate of America. Okay. Okay, I'm going too far. This is fear-mongering. This is fear-mongering. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Look. Okay. It's only 2% of the U.S. population, and likely will remain that way. It probably might not cross 5% by the mid of this century. Okay, we get that, and not to mention a lot of those Muslims are going to become ex-Muslims too. So let's not discount that fact. So there's no fear-mongering, but the key point here is, and this is why we need a lending hand from liberals of the West, that this is the very ideology that you've been fighting for the last 100 years. The conservative Catholics, we're doing the same with conservative Muslims. This is the face of Islam, unfortunately. Yes, there were, and I'm looking at the bright side. There were 2 elected representatives as well who were saying, no, we should be able to wave the flag. This is America. This is not Saudi Arabia. So in all fairness, there's some good Muslims out there. This is what we rely on. But people need to call a spade a spade. It's an Islamic value to be homophobic. That guy, the mayor himself said, the newly elected mayor himself said that, look, I'm sorry, I have these voters who are homophobes. I can't leave them out to dry, like I need to keep them pleased. This is an Islamic value that is pandering to.
That's what I was wondering. When the article started off so good and so promising and so hopeful, but then obviously that there's certain issues which just, like, the Constitution of the US and Islam are already at loggerheads. Do you know what I mean? So to be a good Muslim and a good practicing Muslim, with now worrying about what your constituents are going to vote as when they're all the same as you, they think the same, they act the same, they probably look the same. And Denver saying, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Hamtramck is an impoverished city and gets barely any support from the state of Michigan and the US as a whole. That's very reassuring then. It's literally just a dip in the pond. If you like these videos and want to support me in my activism, then you can support me on Patreon or PayPal. Stay free, everyone.